As for my action research project, what I really wanted to do was lead this sort of spiritual kind of journey, I guess you could say. So what I did is I got a group of a few of my friends and asked them to find one person that they felt they could get really vulnerable with. And the vulnerability was kind of the important part of this because I wanted this to be a relational leadership project. I've always felt that I've gotten most out of the relationships and talking to people, and not that leadership can't be done independently, but I feel like with relationships you can, even if they're not even speaking, as we kind of talked about with the trust circles, it's just somebody there and it makes it feel like your problems are more real. Even if they're not even responding to you and saying any of their answers, you can kind of figure out the things for yourself, which is ultimately what this book is about. So we went on this little hike, and I kind of guided them and gave them some cues to talk about and gave them some quotes from my book so they could kind of get an idea of where I was coming from with this project. And I just had them really just conversate with each other and figure out where they were feeling in life and what was making them feel like disconnected or any part that was stressing them out. So some of the quotes I gave them were life is the dancer, you are the dance. It's all about just your own control and finding your own answers to your own problem. Another quote was emotion is the body's reaction to mind. And so this is the idea that you create every moment, you create what you want out of it. And for me, I think this is really important in my life. I've struggled a lot with, like, I've had these pretty intense anxiety issues, and it's something that I've gotten better at as I've gotten older. And I actually started with this as a precedent of my project, kind of telling them that, like, the only way to face these issues in your life is to make them like something that you're open with and you come to accept and you try not to hide. And it was something that I tried to hide for a long time, and I think it was something that made the process even worse for me and made me not be able to like overcome it. And so what I've been able to do now is, like, with those people in my life that I've been able to open up with them, and I've gotten actually a lot of help on, and when I get to that point where I get too stressed out or too nervous or too even scared to do something, I have that support. And I think that's something that everyone needs, and it's a very important part of growing as a person. And so this is what I really wanted to do with my leadership project. I wanted to kind of lead people in this like slow progression of just like being in nature and finding yourself. It's just a place where everything is so calm. You can feel the wind, you can feel the earth, you can just be in the sun and experience it, and you don't even have to think. There's no pressures. And what better place is there to reflect than in a place that's literally made for reflection?
When you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat, cause you're gonna say the words wrong, yeah. I got a lump in my throat, cause you're gonna say the words wrong.
I will treat each day as an opportunity. I will show others their potential while demonstrating respect for the environment. I will really live in this world, treating each moment as fleeting, yet a timeless step towards progression. My action research project, I chose to read the book A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. And what the book is about is awakening your inner purpose. And so it was really focused on detachment from the self, detachment from your ego, or these like self constructs that we've had, whether it's from family ties or whatever it is, or this like societal view. And so it's really about coming into your own consciousness and your own ego. And so I thought this was really interesting, especially with a personal leadership and self discovery class. So it goes through this process of how to accomplish these things. There's so many ways to do this, and for each individual, it's different. And so I kind of decided to do it how I thought I would possibly like come to my inner awakening. So he discusses like the points of the process and how we could get there. And one of these is living in the moment. And this is what really stuck with me. And it's not like living in the moment like you only live once. It's like living in the moment and taking each moment, for the time it is, and not letting it get away from you, not wasting your days, and like living your life with real purpose and with like this idea that everything's an opportunity. Everything that's handed to you is an opportunity. With my feedback loops, what they kind of gave me, I had them fill out a survey after I had my friends do it. And so with the first one, it was me. I was just I was doing the process with them, so I was giving myself feedback as we went along. I had somebody else taking the pictures. And then what they did, or what I had them do, is the friends that I knew, I took them as my second feedback loop because I feel like they would be able to give me more personal advice. And then the ones that I had them invite, friends that I didn't know, that was my third and objective feedback loop. And it definitely was nice having those three layers because I got a lot of different advice, and like the ones that were closer to me, they were the ones that were really able to open up, I think, because they felt more comfortable with the activity. And it was cool to see it happen and to hear them say afterward how like calm and relaxed they were. And so I really encouraged all of them to do this, like try to take this time, whether it's personal time or like with a partner, but just take the time to realize how important it is to reflect on what great lives we have, what great opportunities everyone really has every single day.
Our time is